Good morning, students. Welcome to Vidya Setu, the YouTube channel of our school. Today we are going to continue the same chapter of force and laws of motion. And in this chapter, today we will study about the conservation of momentum. We have already studied about the force and Newton laws of motion. So let's start our class. So according to the law of conservation of momentum, whenever two or more bodies they act upon one another, their total momentum remains constant, provided no external forces are acting. So the momentum of the two bodies will be constant until and unless some external force act on the body. Now suppose two bodies, a truck and a car, they are moving in the same direction, but they have different speeds or velocities. Now suppose the mass of the truck is m1 and its velocity is u1. So its initial momentum would become m1 u1. Similarly, the mass of car is m2 and its initial velocity is u2. So the initial momentum of the car would be m2 and m2 u2. Now the total momentum of the truck and car before collision, it means the car and truck they would collide with each other. Suppose they are moving in same direction but they have different mass. Okay. So after some time they collide with each other. So before collision the momentum would be m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Momentum of the truck and the momentum of the car. Now these both are moving in the same direction, and suppose the car and truck they collide with each other for a very short period of time t, and during collision what happens, the truck and car, the velocity of truck and car would change. Now after collision the velocity of the truck would become v1 and the velocity of the car would become v2. So after collision velocity of truck v1 and velocity of car v2. Now momentum of truck after collision would become m1 v1 and momentum of car would become m2 v2. So total momentum of car and truck after collision would be m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now suppose that during collision the truck exert a force F1 on the car, and now the car also exert a force F2 on the truck. So when the force F1 of the truck is exerted on the car for a time t, then the velocity of car changes from u2 to v2, because initial velocity of car was u2 and its velocity has changed to v2. Now acceleration of the car would be a2 is equals to final velocity of car v2 minus initial velocity of car upon time. But we know that force is equals to mass into acceleration. So F1 would be m2 into u2 minus v2 minus u2 divided by t. This is acceleration, this is the mass of car, and this is the force exerted by the truck on the car. Now similarly the car would also exert a force F2 on the truck for time t, and then the velocity of truck changes from u1 to v1. Okay. So acceleration of the truck would be a1 is equals to v1 final velocity of truck minus initial velocity of truck divided by time taken. Similarly, we could calculate the force which is exerted by the car on the truck. F is equals to mass into acceleration. So F2 is equals to mass of the truck into the acceleration of the truck. Now the force F1 by the truck is the action. Okay, and the force F2 by the car is the reaction. But according to third law of motion, The action and reaction are equal, but they are opposite in direction. So F1 is equals to minus F2. The truck exert a force of F1 on the car. The car exert a force of F2 on the truck, but both these forces, they are in opposite direction. Now we will put the values of F1 and F2 from equation 1 and 2. We will cancel T from both sides and we will get M2 bracket V2 minus U2 minus M1 V1 minus U1. Now we will multiply these together, M2 V2 minus M2 U2. On the other side, negative with the negative sign, M1 V1 plus M1 U1. Now we will bring the final velocity, the final momentum on one side and the initial momentum on the other side. And we will find that the total momentum before collision would be equal to total momentum after collision. This is the law of conservation of momentum. Now this law of conservation of momentum, it is used in case of rocket. A rocket works on the principle of conservation of momentum. Jet aeroplanes also, they work on the conservation of momentum, and momentum of conservation of momentum, it is used in case of a bullet fired from a gun. So momentum is conserved when a bullet is fired from a gun. Momentum of the bullet could be mass of the bullet into the velocity of bullet, and momentum of the gun would be mass of the gun into velocity would be recoil velocity of gun. Now we will do a numerical based on this law of conservation of momentum in case of fire from a gun. Now a bullet of mass 10 grams is fired from a gun of mass 6 kg with a velocity of 300 meter per second. Now we have to calculate the recoil velocity of the gun. All these values are given. Mass of the bullet is given, velocity of the bullet is given, mass of the gun is given, but we have to calculate the velocity or recoil velocity of the gun. Here mass of the bullet is given in grams, but we know that the SI unit of momentum is kg meter per second. So we will convert this gram into kg. So the mass of the bullet in kg would be 0.01 kg. Its velocity is 300 meter per second. Now velocity of the bullet is 300 meter per second. Mass of the gun is 6 kg. We will put all the values in this formula and we will obtain the recoil velocity of gun as 0.5 meter per second. Now the next question is a car A of mass 1500 kg. It is traveling at 25 meter per second. It collides with another car B of mass 1000 kg which is traveling at 15 meter per second in the same direction. Now after collision, the velocity of car A becomes 20 meter per second. Earlier its velocity was 25, but now it has become 20 meter. What we have to do? We have to calculate the velocity of car B after collision. Now student, suppose this is car A and this is car B. They are moving in the same direction. The mass of car A is 1500 kg, mass of car B 1000 kg. It is moving, car A is moving with velocity 25 meter per second and car B is moving with a velocity of 15 meter per second, and both these cars, they collide with each other. After collision, the velocity of car A becomes 20 meter per second and we have to calculate the velocity of car B. Now before collision, momentum of car A we can calculate by multiplying its mass with the velocity. So it would come to be 37,500 kg meter per second. Similarly, we can calculate the momentum of car B by multiplying the mass of car B with the velocity of car B. So it would come out to be 15,000 kg meter per second. So total momentum before collision was momentum of car A plus momentum of car B. So it would come out to be 52,000 52,500 kg meter per second. So this is the total momentum before collision. After collision, momentum of car A 1500, mass would be same, into now velocity has changed to 20. Earlier it was 25. So its momentum would be 30,000 kg meter per second. Momentum of car B. So its velocity we have to find. So we will multiply with its mass 1000 V. So it would become 1000 V kg meter per second. So total momentum after collision would be momentum of car A plus momentum of car B after collision. So it would be 30,000 plus 1000 V. Now, according to law of conservation of momentum, total momentum before collision would be equal to total momentum after collision. So we will keep the values calculated earlier here. Now we will obtain the velocity of car B as 22.5 meter per second. So student, this was all about the conservation of momentum. I hope you all have understood the concept well. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video with the next chapter.